That one. Hello. Hey, everybody. I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. Hi. So, I'm a little late tonight because we are trying out something a little bit different. I've talked about it before. I have two computers, and for a while I didn't know what to do with the second one. I built the second one to replace the first one, but then I had so much trouble getting the second one up and running that I kind of, like, the first one wasn't broken in any way. It was just like getting old, so I felt like I needed to replace it. And so I never really, because I had so much trouble getting the second one up and running, I never really got transitioned over. And so for a long time, my second computer just kind of laid fallow. But I decided that maybe I could use it as my streaming computer. And so, because like if it's a streaming computer, it will only have streaming information on it, at least for the time being. And then it will, I can have like all the inputs plugged in specifically to the streaming computer, and hopefully it will be easier. So tonight, what our plan is I want to play something using each of my two recording cards. So right now, we're recording on, let's see, game capture. Okay, so right now this is my older Elgato HD60 recording card. For this one, I have to do things like it has to have a delay. It's a little bit more finicky, but it's reliable and it allows me to play a lot of old games, which y'all know I like. So I'm gonna play like a little Castlevania for like, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe less. And then we're going to switch over. I'm going to play some stuff on Switch 2 using my other capture card, and hopefully it'll be smooth. I don't know if it will be or not, but yeah, that's the plan for tonight. So let's play some Castlevania. Oh yeah, I was very excited when I managed to get it up and running again. Actually, let's go ahead and just see how's it sounding. I don't think my voice is all right. Start. Seems pretty good. Okay. Well, you know, I would appreciate, doesn't look like there's actually anybody, I don't know if there's anybody watching right now, but if anybody shows up, I may ask you to provide me feedback on the audio, because I always do that. But for right now, let's go ahead and play some Castlevania. Where do I want to go? I actually think I do want to do this chapter. There's a weapon that you can get for Alucard in this particular chapter, which I would love to have. It's a weapon that actually gets stronger based on the amount of time you've been playing the game. And so I wouldn't mind having that, frankly. So let's go. Let's get started. Apologies that I was not here on Tuesday. I wound up having to work late on Tuesday. And then when I finally did get home, I was like, you know what? I just, like, technically I got home in enough time that I could have streamed, but after like working late, I didn't really feel like it. So sorry about that. I was just like, I don't want to work anymore. Just gonna hang out and listen to YouTube videos or whatever. It's pretty much what I did. I listened to YouTube videos and I played more Mario Kart World, which is in large part what I've been doing with my free time recently. Playing a lot of Mario Kart World, been playing a lot of Mega Man X Command Mission, which I gotta say, like, I went into that game, all I really knew about that game was that it was the RPG. It was the RPG, the one that according to the Mega Man X art compendium, Inafune wanted nothing to do with. Like, we found out they were going to be making a Mega Man RPG. He's just like, nope, I don't want to. And so he just didn't do anything on it, apparently. And it was entirely left up to subordinates. And I really didn't know what to expect, but I'll be honest, yeah, I'm liking it. Oh, hey, Cyber, welcome. Ah, wonderful, Cyber is here. That means, well, first of all, wonderful that Cyber is here. That's always a good thing. But also, that means I can ask you to help me test my audio. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? Let's see. So, when I get to a safe spot, we are going to test audio. All right, Cyber. Let me know if this works. Oh, something happened. What was that? Oh, someone following me. Very nice. Left, right, left, right. All right. Did that sound synced up? Did that look correct? How are you today? I am pretty good today, actually. Had a pretty good day. I managed to get this running, which is good, and hopefully it's working properly. It does seem to be working properly. I got a lot of the work done that I needed to get done before the weekend, which is great. So I should have a very... yeah. Left, right, left, right. Did Alucard dance properly? Mojo mail. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Punch, 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 punch. Punch, punch, punch. Oh. Punch, 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 punch. Right in the butt. Right in the butt. But yeah, I managed to get a lot of my work done. Actually, I got my work done quickly enough that I was gonna go, or I went and bought, I went to get paints to paint the front mission Vonzers that I got. I don't know if I shared that or not. I was the other day I was on eBay just doing eBay. Seems pretty close. Okay, that's good enough. As long as it's like not egregious, because like if it's off by quite a bit. But if it was only barely off, that's still fine. Like the exact amount of delay that's required for my older card is about somewhere a little above 1300 milliseconds, I believe. Which I guess what would that be? Would that be 1.3 seconds? And usually, like thus far, I've set it on 1300 and it's been fine. But yes, so some time ago I was on eBay. When I was working on designing 3D models for the Vonzers in Front Mission. I was looking for references. Oh, excellent! Thank you very much, Cyber. I appreciate it. I was looking for references, and I found out that they actually did make, only released in Japan, but they did make little plastic models for the Vonzers. I was like, oh, that's great. And so I looked through them, and they came in like sets. So they were like sets of 4. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and get some. And so I ordered them. That was like about a month ago. It had to come from Japan, so and it was going to take a little while. And honestly, the people that I ordered it from, full credit to them. Not only were they like very friendly to talk to, they were super responsive. They gave me updates about shipping and stuff like that. Really helpful. I left them good. It's one of the few cases when I actually bothered to leave positive feedback on eBay. Just because I'm a lazy butt and I usually don't, which I know is not healthy for the system. It's not healthy for any sort of like digital commerce platform if you only leave negative feedback. You know, you should leave feedback when you get a good experience as well as a bad experience. But anyway, what I was not expecting though, Alucard mail, very nice. What I was not expecting is for them to be so small. They're kind of tiny. Like they're only a couple of inches, each one is only a couple of inches tall. And so I wanted to paint them, but I didn't think that the painting techniques that I have thus far used for 3D printing would actually work on something that's small. And so what I decided to do was, I knew that there was a one of those like a Warhammer store or like a just general gaming store relatively close to me. It was like 30 minutes away. And I was like, you know what? I'll just go over there and see if anyone can help me out with 3D paint or with painting. And they were just the most helpful people. Like, not only the guy in the store, but they were like 2 people who I assume were probably customers. We're just kind of like in there just painting their miniatures, and they gave me like help, and like the guy showed me what I need to do to like water down the paints ahead of time, and how I need to do this, that, and the other. It was just a really nice experience all told. So I currently have them. I've done the initial like base coating on them, or on the one model of the 4 that I had built so far. And hopefully, by the time the stream is over, it should be dried, and I can bring them inside, because I don't want to leave them outside all night. But, not that I think anything is going to happen to them, but... yeah, so that's exciting. So I got to do that today, and then I also went over to the video game store, because it's in the same area. I bought things, as you do. There have been these little blind box transformer things that they sell there that... normally, like, I try to keep myself away from blind boxes because they can be very dangerous for me. But I like these because they actually make you little, like, action figures. Like, the things you get out of them aren't just, like, keychains or something lame like that. They're actually, like, little plastic action figures with, like, articulated joints of Transformers. And I think that's pretty cool. And so, got some more of those. I got one of the, I got Soundwave, and I got one of the, what was the name for the dinosaur Transformers? They had like a collective name, didn't they? Nope, not got it. There we go. I got the one that is, his name is Slag. He's the Triceratops one. I got him, and I got Soundwave. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with those. It's much better than what I got the first time, which was like two of the sort of lesser, not lesser known, but like lower screen time what are they called? Lower screen time. What am I doing? Okay, it's open. Yeah, we're good. Lower screen time. Bleh, Autobots. Autobots is what they're called. Yes. It was like Ratchet and like Lifesaver or something. I don't know. I didn't really know them very well. Maybe they're the most popular Autobots in like the deep underground Transformers scene, but I wasn't familiar with them, so wasn't quite as excited. But these two I was excited about because I love Soundwave. Everyone loves Soundwave. Have you met anybody who doesn't love Soundwave? Like anybody who's into Transformers, they're not like way into Soundwave. Soundwave's the best, man. Wait, do I have them right? I didn't know for a long time that there was a Soundwave and a Shockwave. I'm talking about the one that turns into the boombox. I think that's Soundwave. But for a long time, I didn't know that there were two of them. Actually, I learned about that because there was like a randomly recommended little like YouTube poop channel that was like it was just sort of like new setup. Who dis? It's me. What's going on? Dang dang dang. This is a test to find out if my if I set up my new computer stream setup correctly. And so far it's working, but there you go. But yeah, there was like a if I remembered their name, I would shout them out. But it was like a one of those channels where they kind of like take clips from the cartoon and kind of like change out the audio and use like AI to do the voices. And honestly, it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed it. There were a couple of them I watched. One of them was about Optimus Prime instructing the Autobots to go out and doggone it, stupid fire. Instructed the Autobots to go out and find like things to turn into, like when they first arrived on Earth and they were trying to decide what machines they were going to mimic. Optimus Prime was like telling them what to go after and like really specific vehicles. They're like, you will turn into a refrigerator, you will turn into a lamp, and I will turn into a semi-truck. Stuff like that. It was funny. It was funny times. But yeah, that channel had a bit where Soundwave and Shockwave were like arguing with each other, and I just didn't even know that they were two different characters. I was like, oh, I didn't know there were two waves. Apparently there are two wave characters in the Transformers. Some trans fan I am, right? Punch, 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 punch. Punch, 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 punch. Hellfire. You will turn into a 1988 Yugo. I really wish you could shout that channel out. I can't remember what their name was. I think it was something cartoons. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up after the stream and put it on my Discord. What else is going on though? Had an absolutely terrible night last night. That was fun. I don't know what it was about my dinner that my body decided to absolutely reject, but it was something. Yeah, this is being played on PS3. You will turn into a Zamboni. I wish that this game was available on something else. You know, I would love to be able to play this on a modern console. Like, even if they didn't even, like, update the game, which, I mean, I think that they should if they decide to re-release it. But even if they didn't update it and they just, like, re-released it, it's such a fun game. All right. There we go. I gotta be very careful with that, because if she hits me with that once, I'm pretty much a hello ghost. What are you doing here? Yep. Whoop. I actually forgot he could do that. Because like if any of the boys, you could play it on PSP, but I mean that's not really a whole lot more modern than this is. Actually, is that even any more modern? When was the PSP released? Come hither, temptation.
Hellfire. Hellfire.
You have not plugged in the PS3 yet, but can you buy games online? Yes, no. So the way that they do it, you can buy games on it, but you can't put money on it. So like you have to actually set up like the funds on your account ahead of time, and then you can use those funds on the PS3 store. It's a little bit odd the way they set it up, but yes, you can still buy things on this. You can still buy games on it. Whoop. Have some fire. Okay. It's very scary when she starts shaking them hips if you're not prepared for it. You gotta be prepared for when she's shaking them hips. Oh, I got her! Nice! Well, here's hoping I get the battle air. Bottle air? I didn't. I got a miser ring. That's still cool, though. Grams 150 seconds. Yeah, I think you can still get this on PS3. You see a PS4 version. Okay, I didn't know that there was a PS4 version. That's interesting. Oh. Alright, well, I didn't get what I was looking for. Let's choose somebody else. Let's send Yoko to fight. What's his name? What is his name? The Beelzebub. Like the chapter. Goes to Beelzebub. Yeah, man, if you actually get that going, Cyber, let me know, and like you can play on stream if you want to. Like we could play together while I'm streaming if it's available. Anyone could if you want to play with me. I would love to play with you guys if you want to play this. It's just that like you have to have a PS3. Or I guess maybe a PS4 or a PSP. I don't really know. It's such a great game. It's worth playing. It's super fun. Yeah, it's multiplayer. It's a 6-person multiplayer, actually. Like you can do it both local or online. And if I remember correctly, like that's assuming that it works the way it did back when we played it when I was younger. But I remember it working very well. So yeah, y'all could join me for the stream if you wanted to, but you just gotta have a PS3. You gotta have this game. But it's super fun multiplayer. And one of the best things about it when you're playing multiplayer is that, yeah, hopefully the servers are still on. I mean, the online play option is still available. I just haven't had anybody who actually wanted to play with me in quite a while. I want to say the last time I played online was maybe like a year, 2 years ago, something like that. I convinced a friend of mine who I used to play with to like pick it up again, and we played for like, I don't know, 2 weeks and then stopped again. But yeah, as far as I know, it's still playable online. And if you have multiple people, not only can you, not only are you in a better position to like fight the bosses because you have more people, you can also like, anytime anybody gets any of the treasure chests, everyone gets a roll. So like anytime anyone opens anything, everyone in the group gets a roll. So you can like send people in different directions. Like when I play this on my own, I'm going sort of the most efficient routes I know of usually. But that usually does miss out on a large part of the level. Plus, there are things that you can only do if you have 2 people. It's so good multiplayer. Like, I mean, the game was structured to be a multiplayer game. That's what it was released with the intent of being. And a lot of people just enjoyed it single player as well. But yeah, if anybody sets it up, let me know. I will tell you anytime I'm planning to stream it, and you can join me on stream. It'd be great. For that matter, I guess, if there's anybody out there who has, like, any of the games that I play multiplayer online, which I know are few and far between, but I'm more than happy to collaborate. Y'all just let me know. I like playing games with other people, and I don't have anybody around to do it, so. Now, one thing I should admit about this game, though, is that if you are going to get it, I would recommend going ahead and getting, like, all the DLC that's available for it. Just because, like this level, for example, this character, for example, you don't get by default. You only get the first 6 levels, so pretty much through Dracula. And the default roster is Alucard, Soma, Shanoa, Charlotte, and Jonathan. So if you want Yoko, if you want Richter, if you want Maria, if you want Julius, if you want Simon, if you want Getsufuma, those are all like DLC. You have close to 500 PS3 games. Wow, that's shocking. It's a lot. I don't have 500 PS3 games. Was the PS3 kind of like your system? Like the Super Nintendo is basically like that's the system I think of as like my system. I love the SNES, and so I have more SNES games than anything else. Actually, I got a new SNES game just today, but yeah, I don't think I have 500. I probably have close to like 250, maybe somewhere around there. I have a lot. I mean, I have a fair number of SNES games, but I don't have a whole library. Put it that way. Surprised to hear that they were even 500 PS3 games. That's shocking. I want that treasure chest at the top. See, like this is a good example of where, like, if you had multiple people in your party, and you only had like one person who was really comfortable getting this treasure, you could still send that person to get it, and everyone would get that treasure. So, one of the advantages of having multiple people. Really trying to sell y'all on joining me to play this game. Oh, hello Beelzebub. How are you, Mr. Lord of the Flies? All right, I gotta avoid these guys. I actually learned about that trick, what I did just there, from a friend of mine. Like, I had a friend who only played very infrequently, and he would always play as kind of like a joke. Like, one of his favorite things to do in this stage was to activate all of the, which one is it? Slogra and the one who's not Slogra. What is his name? It's not Gargoth. What is his name? Well, the other guy, the blue guy. If you like run into one of those guys and then don't kill them, they will actually follow you throughout the level. Like they'll just follow you around. So what he loved to do was activate as many of them as he could and then bring them to the boss chamber. So as we're fighting Beelzebub and avoiding all of his stupid flies, we're also trying to dodge these Gaibon, that's his name, dodging a bunch of Gaibons at the same time. We seldom succeeded. Usually we would lose. This really happens to work out really nicely for me as a media player and retro systems, so I have a lot of them. I have over 2,400 games. Wow. I guess I really underestimate how many games come out for systems. That's a lot, though. Of course, the PS3 was kind of a big deal. Like, they were still, you know, living off the success of the PS2 when the PS3 came out, so... I think the PS3 was my first introduction to the idea of getting a system before I knew what to do with it, which is kind of a common thing for me nowadays. looks pointedly at the Switch too, where I'll like get a system because I feel like I need it. Like I get a system more on its future capability than necessarily because there's something I wanted for it. Like when I got my PS3, I actually got it with my tax refund during graduate school. Got it, nice. And the boo. It's not one of the things you need. There are two really good things you can get for Yoko in this level. One is the Sonic Shoes, which double your running speed, and the other is the Philosopher's Stone, which allows you to heal yourself during levels. Let's see, how much time have we been going for 30 minutes? We'll keep going. But yeah, using my tax refund, I did the thing that is to say I bought the PS3 and I bought 2 games with it. I'm gonna try to do something. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Soma. All right, Soma. Move out. What do you have? Do I already have what's necessary for this? Have I played as Soma at all? No, I haven't. Let's play Soma a little bit and see if we can get some souls. MLRK Sniper and Skeleton, sure. It's one of those games, Magus. You're zoned out playing Dawn of Sorrow. Nice. I was playing Dawn of Sorrow the other day because somebody mentioned the fact that like Dawn of Sorrow had like a really good Julius mode, and I don't think I've ever played it, so I was like, I want to see what it's like. Why'd you get ads twice? Jeez. Wait, you getting ads? Bro, you don't need to get ads. Hang on a sec. No, stop it. Ads max at 720p. I can't believe that someone on Ian's stream the other day actually did the Twitch max at 720p. There, now you don't have to worry about now you don't have to worry about it anymore. No problem. Glad to have you here. Thanks for showing back up. What was I saying? This game, alright, what do I need? I need to go to Puppet Master. I need Puppet Master's soul. I guess I could play it on hard. Well, I'll play it on easy. All I really need is the soul. Yeah, someone mentioned that the Julius mode was really good, and I'd never done it. No, I'm not trying to get Misering. I'm actually trying to set Soma up so I can use glitches with him. For all that I only barely remember how to do them. So I need what's his face? I need the Yorick soul, and I need the Puppet Master. Like, I don't usually play as... Yeah, use the zip. I don't usually play as Soma. I had a friend back when we played this game. Wait, why don't I have Mercury boots on? Let me go put on my Mercury boots. Give me a sec. Back when we played this game regularly, I had a friend who was really good with Soma, and so he did all the Soma glitches, and I never learned. So, all right, Mercury boots. I am a scrub, and I don't have Sonic shoes yet. You could zip as Simon? That's impressive. I think the most interesting character I could zip as was Jonathan, because I was way into using Jonathan. Where is this? Yeah, it's up. Is the 3/7s better? I guess so. I don't really have to worry too much early enough in the game. The Omnia Vanitas. I had a friend once too. It was a long time ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. It wasn't though. It was like 10 years ago. It's a very long time ago. Yeah, I mean, so that's another thing. In general, I didn't learn most of the glitches because I just wasn't interested in them. I've never been really that interested in like most of the glitches. It's been 84 years since I had a friend. Go, Fleaman, destroy my enemies. But this friend was like way into it. He loved to optimize everything, and he loved to find out like the best ways to do everything. And just not me. I don't know. I don't care. But not having him around anymore means that I have to go through everything without glitching, and so I might as well learn. I might as well actually learn. Oh, I never mentioned thought about Dawn of Sorrow. Yes, so I've been playing Dawn of Sorrow. But I realized something about another thing about Dawn of Sorrow that I think we could be friends. Maybe you could be friends here. You never know. Got that new moldy corpse. Something I think I realized about Dawn of Sorrow that is another thing I don't like about it is the way that the weapons work. The fact that, like, you know, you can find some weapons, but honestly, really very few. Most of the weapons come from the weapon synthesis that Yoko does. And, like, it's such a strange thing, because the game is basically asking you, do you want to keep, you know, whatever soul you just got, or do you want to have a better weapon? And I guess if you don't care about the soul, it's fine. But, like, for the most part, whenever I would get... Like, I feel like the fun of playing Dawn of Sorrow and Aria of Sorrow is getting souls. You know, that's the fun part. And so it's like asking you, it's like, you want to take away some of the fun so you can have a new weapon? And I just always hate doing it. I always hate when I get like a new soul and I'm like, yes, I got a new soul. Oh, I have to trade it in. Right. And then there's the soul release thing, which, Sazami, you might actually know this. I don't. Does soul release do anything in Dawn of Sorrow? Is there any point to it other than just losing souls? Like, is there any benefit to releasing them? He just gets rid of a soul, right? Like, what is the point of that? And she almost makes it sound like it's gonna help you, but it doesn't. And actually the same thing happened in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, where, like, at one point, who is it that mentions it? It's either Johannes or Dominique mentions the idea, I think it's Johannes, mentions the idea that having too many shards can impact your health and, like, make and be dangerous for Miriam. But it doesn't refer to anything. There's no point. You get money? Okay, I didn't even know you got money for it. It's just no point. They're just sort of like, yeah, it could be bad for your health if you have too many shards. Meanwhile, like, no, there's no reason to do that. Just forget it. Keep them. Same thing with the souls. Just keep them, man. They're good. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that they probably shouldn't have done... I mean, they could have done the weapon synthesis thing and also pepper the world with, like, interesting weapons to find. But, I mean, I don't even think they do that. I don't think there are too many weapons you can find in the wild in Dawn of Sorrow. Not like Aria of Sorrow, at least. So, it's a very counterintuitive situation. And, I mean, the same thing is kind of true of... Order of Ecclesia, for that matter. Hard is better. Rates for dropping spots souls. No, worth noting. Oh, something. Oh, you mean in this? Yeah, I know. But I since this Soma is kind of like fresh out the box, I didn't know if I could actually beat Puppet Master with him, so I didn't want to try. I figured I'll just play on normal. Because again, the ultimate goal for this particular stream is just to test things. But yeah, like, you take Portrait of Ruin, and Portrait of Ruin had all kinds of cool stuff you could find. The whole game was full of cool things. There were treasures everywhere, and it was super fun, and you could find, like, things through Charlotte, and find things through Jonathan. Enemies would drop weapons and stuff like that. And it was the best. It was the best. And then Order of Ecclesia came out, and they made it so that the only way that she could really get any sort of new powers is if she just got lucky and an enemy used it. And I know that there were like certain enemies that would show up in specific areas that would give you things. That's true. But like a lot of the time it's like luck. I'm not a lucky gamer. I don't need this. If it was regular Dawn tech, Yorick would be more than enough. You might have more experience with high-level Castlevania play than I do. I'm kind of a Castlevania schlub. Like, I love these games, but Yorick and Dawn is very strong. I love these games, but I don't really... I'm not high-level playing anything, frankly. I never get high-level play in anything. Probably the closest to any sort of high-level play I have is, like, maybe Super Metroid. And at that point, like, that game is so, like... maximized in terms of people being good at it that what I might regard as high level play is actually kind of like mid-tier. It's just that the skill ceiling is so high. Oh yeah. Yorick was such a weird thing because like actually using it offensively was like frankly kind of hard to do. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Get out of here. Alright, well, never mind. I guess I'm not getting that treasure. I don't think... What is going on? Oh, my X button is sticking! My freaking X button is still sticking! I meant to get that fixed. Oh, God. I meant to bring that by the game store to get it fixed, but I keep forgetting about it. Ah! Stop it! Stop sticking. Annoying. Yeah, it was very tricky to use Yorick in an offensive way. It always felt like kind of a support ability, but... you could actually use it offensively, and it was very powerful. Blip. Alright, so, after we play this for maybe a couple more runs, and we get to about an hour, what do y'all want to play on the Switch 2? Do you want to play, I could play some Mario Kart World, I could play, I was thinking I could play the Ninja Warriors, if you're interested in seeing that. We could try and get back on Order of Ecclesia, because I do still eventually want to play another Castlevania game. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to start it, get back on it tonight. What do you think you want to play? Or what do you think you want to see? Because the ultimate goal is just to make sure it works. Doesn't really matter what I play. Doggone it. Take it down here. Nope. Boop. Hey, nice. Alright, I'm gonna need you on this side of the screen, please. Need you over here? Need you over here? Need you over here? Thank you. No, 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 no. Oh, over here. Over here. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Sir. Just stop. I'm on it. Over here. Nice. Thank you, sir. In honor of your service, I will leave you alive. The only game on Switch I know that's going to be on other platforms due to achievements is Bravely Default Flying Fairy. Down for whatever on Switch 2? Okay, we'll just see. Do you play any dungeon crawlers, Diablo style? No, I don't. Not really. PS3 is... That's still during that same time period where I was mostly just playing RPGs, specifically JRPGs. I never finished that thought. The first two games that I got for PS3 were Atelier Verona, which I didn't really enjoy, and Arch Angelica 3, which I also really didn't enjoy. So it's kind of a really bad initial showing for the PS3 when I got it. Dungeon crawl RPGs. So the only one I can think of is like is Diablo, like Wizardry. Oh, I think the only game like that I've ever played was well, I've tried to play the original Wizardry, and didn't enjoy it very much, frankly. And then this game called Demon Gaze, which was fine. It was, you know, it was whatever. It was kind of a little whatever game. The art for the enemies was very bad. I remember that. I remember two things. One was that the character art was done very well, but the in-battle sprites were terrible. Like, there was this one thing you could do where, like, you could transform one of your summons into like a are you coming to this one? Look where you're coming to this one. You could transform one of your summons into like a playable ally, and when you did it, it would do that kind of a marionette style animation that you saw sometimes during that time period. And it looked terrible. It looked so abysmal. Like, I never wanted to actually use any of my summons because they looked like abysmal. And I was like, I don't want to look at this. Like, it freaks me out just to look at it. And I was like, I don't want to go away. I don't want to see this. This freaks me out. So, oh, you're going after that one. Crap. Crap. Stop. Oh, screw you, dude. Don't kill me. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't think it would kill me on normal. And I will check the other things you have to say after I kill this guy. Give me a moment. There we go. I have the Beholder. Etrian Odyssey. I've heard Etrian Odyssey is like really, really hard though. Like super duper. Oh, I played Persona Q too. That's a dungeon crawler. Mostly I played it because I like the Persona games though. Well, that was a big waste of time. Barely even got any souls. Do I have any money? Let's see. Back. I don't think I have any. I think it's like, is it 250 or is it 50,000 or is it 500,000? Oh, it's 200,000. I can afford that. Nice. All right, let's go get some souls. Why not? I mean, he doesn't have anything, so I might as well just choose random levels. Let's go here. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna put it on hard. No. No. Get it right. Here, let's see. Does this work? Oh, nothing's happening. Did it break? Oh. Okay, so the online mode might not work anymore. Oh, no, there we go. Here we go. Co-op mode. Big match. Unable to find teams. Create a team. Player max 2. Oh, the servers were taken off? Boo! That sucks. Man. Well, I guess we can't play together. At least now we know. It's still a fun game, though. I'd still recommend it. Man, that's a bummer. Guess yeah, I guess that makes sense. I wonder if anyone like did like a private server anywhere or anything. What's it talking about? What talking about before I do that? I don't remember. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Only the really big ones. Only the big ones. Oh, hey, Jimmy. Welcome. Sorry I did not see you when you came in. Willkommen. We are testing things out tonight. Hey, give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Man. Soma demands more souls. Need more souls. Custom portrait part was amazing for Wizardry and mugshots of Ryan Reynolds and Markiplier. It's really silly. I think the biggest thing I remember about oh. Okay, that's not helpful. Biggest thing I remember about Wizardry. I remember playing, I think it was Wizardry 3. Was that the Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord? That's the one I played. Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, whichever one that one was. I played it on Super Nintendo. And I remember I couldn't make any progress because the same loop I would run into is you create a party, the mage gets killed, and then no one else has enough money to ever like recover. You never have enough money to recover. The mage gets killed. You can't get their equipment back. You can't get new party members. You just have to give up. Just have to give up. And it's awful. I mean, maybe I was playing it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't being patient enough. But like, the mage would die after like 2 battles. There's a game where you save and reset often. Oh, there you go. That's what I didn't know, I guess. So yeah, my experience with it wasn't great. But whee! Little pointless acceleration glitch there. Like, I mean, the idea of Wizardry or like any game that requires like a big campaign like that is interesting to me. You know, I would love to play like a Bard's Tale or maybe like Hillsfar or one of the other D&D games. Like, those are interesting to me, but I didn't really like grow up with that kind of game, and I don't really know. I don't know like the ins and outs of it, and so I just don't really. It's really easy for Wizard Dream. Well, I guess I just shouldn't play any of them. Sounds like it's not a good idea for me to play any of them then. Sounds like it's just a bad experience all around for me. So I mean, like, was my experience off? Like, is there something that I was doing wrong in the sense of like when I made my party, I had like 2 fighters, I had a healer, and I had a mage. I put the healer and the mage in the back row, put the fighters in the front row, and the mage and the healer still kept getting killed every time. Like, it seemed like the rows didn't matter that much. Yeah, I only had 4 characters available. Oh. Are you sure that's the case on the Super Nintendo one? I think I only ever had 4 people. Alright, well, maybe that's part of why I was having problems. Well, maybe I'll play Wizardry sometime. Y'all can watch me fail. Sazabi, if you're here for it. Wait, so you're familiar with the Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord in like some other form, or have you played the Super Nintendo version? Yay, I'm getting souls. Not good ones, but I am still getting souls. You have it in the NES. Okay. Maybe I was playing the NES one. I don't know. I have one of them. That's really all I know. Is I know I've got one of them, and I think it's the Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. But I guess I don't remember. It's always a very disappointing thing, though, to hear someone be like, oh yeah, the one you were having so much trouble with, that's the easy one. It's like, oh good. That's fun to find out. It's like when I was playing Mario Kart Thursdays over on RoboRev's channel, and I was lamenting about how good everyone there was, and one of the people in the chat, like the guy who always gets first, was like, oh yeah, we're like low to medium. Really good people are like way better than us. And I'm like, great! So I can never beat the people who aren't very good. Thanks. Made me feel a lot better. Yeah, like when someone tells you that. It's just kind of like, cool! Wow! I feel so much better about myself now. Thanks, dude! Wizardry 7, you've done 12 playthroughs on Steam and have 8,000 hours. Why that one specifically? Like, are they games that just have like a ton of replay value, or does it actually have 8,000 hours worth of content? That's an incredible amount of time to be spent on a single game. Wizardry 7 is reload gaming. So like Mega Man Zero kind of reload gaming, where you're like, you play it and then you don't get what you need, and so you reset, and then you do it and don't get what you need and you reset. That kind of thing. I can't say that sounds very appealing to me, frankly. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound fun. So it's probably just as well that I'm not good at them. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of grinding for things in Grand Blue Fantasy. It's also just really not very much fun. I mean, full credit to the people that have the patience to do that. Good for you, but like, it doesn't sound fun to me. I guess, you know what that sounds like? That reminds me of shiny hunting. I was talking to some people on Discord the other day, and they were talking about like hunting for shinies in Pokemon games. And they're like, oh yeah, it's standard to fight like the same like battles like 7,000 times before you get one. And that's on the low end. I'm like, why would you want it then? Because like, it always sounds to me like whenever I hear a person talking about shiny hunting, it doesn't sound like they're shiny hunting for just like one thing. It sounds like they're like, all right, and then on to the next one. And I'm like, that doesn't sound fun. Like, I mean, I guess sense of accomplishment, but like, there are like other things you could do. I've only ever seen one shiny, I think, in a Pokemon game. And I didn't catch it because it was like a Barboach or something. It was something I didn't care about. Oh, dude, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like the experience curve in this game, where, yeah, the cumulative experience from, like, to get the last level is the same as all of the other levels combined. And that's awful. That's not much fun. But, I mean, if you've played 8,000 hours of the game, clearly it has fans. Like, clearly people like that, so I guess they know their audience. It really just doesn't sound fun to me. What do I know? Everyone's allowed to enjoy what they like. I played tons of Genshin Impact for no reason, you know. It's just, Oh, is it one of those things where, like, when you level up, your stats are randomized, so even if you level up, you might not get the stats you're looking for, so you have to be, like, really, really specific? You have tons of shinies in your Pokemon Home account. So okay, well, so you're an example. Do you feel like if you're going out to get a shiny, is that like a month-long campaign, like something you do for like, you know, weeks at a time, or is it like, yeah, I might spend an evening doing this? How intense is it to get a shiny in a Pokemon game? Like one you're actually looking for. Also, every time you mention something about wizardry, Sazabi, it just sounds worse and worse to me. Like you are really not selling me on this game. It sounds awful. It sounds like punishment to play. But again, I guess if you like it, I mean, I imagine it does give you a pretty solid sense of accomplishment. That's the thing, you never saw it shinies out, so you've played so much Pokemon. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. That's sort of how I feel like it should be. Like, I feel like the idea of hunting for a shiny is, like, counterintuitive somehow. You know, it's like, it should be something that you encounter, like, by accident. And you're like, oh my gosh, I found a shiny, Octolary, and I want it. And then you catch it, and it's, like, exciting. Rather than like, all right, day number 46 of hunting for the shiny Octolary. Shiny hunting doesn't have fun. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like I'm coming down hard on wizardry, Sazabi. Don't get me wrong. If you like it, you like it. That's fine. It's just, for me, that really doesn't sound fun. Like, I have difficulty figuring out. Wizardry 7 has a boss called 1,000 Eyes. It does multi-attacks. Poison you, blind you, paralyze you, make you nauseous, not act, and drive you to madness, attack the party. Okay, that sounds normal. Sounds like one of those kind of like the Hydra boss, or like any kind of like status ailment boss. Is that a shiny Critty? Oh, nice! Gotta throw a Pokeball at shiny Critty. Like, I guess another thing too for me is that I also don't usually get very excited about like in-game challenges or like super bosses or any of that sort of stuff. Usually that just doesn't resonate with me unless there's like some sort of plot reason for it. I usually don't care. So maybe I'm just not the audience for any of these games. You like super bosses because of the reward for learning it. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Well, it depends. There are some super bosses that I feel like that doesn't hold true with. Like really gimmicky super bosses where like there's one particular strategy that works and like nothing else does. I wouldn't say that that's a reward for learning the game. You wouldn't FF9 to fight Ozma. That's fine. I mean, Ozma, I would say, is an example of like a super boss where you can beat it without using only one strategy, and that's the only strategy that works. Like, there are things you can do to fight Ozma. There are things you can do to fight the Omega weapon that don't involve like just one strategy. But when it's just sort of like, if you don't have this setup, if you don't have this strategy, you just lose. I don't think that that's good. That's just asking to be looked up online. You enjoy the hell out of FF9, so you want to beat Ozma? Ozma was just like the weirdest super boss design, though. It's just a ball. I mean, there's something kind of cool about that. It's like the phases from .hack. Like, there's something to be said for a boss that's like something that's kind of like hard to understand, you know? It's like, what is this thing? You know, you meet Ozma in like the Chocobo's like flying garden, and then it just shows up and it's like a ball, and you're like, what is this thing? And then it kicks your butt the first time because you're like, oh my gosh. That's kind of fun. It's on the fun end of super bosses. Yeah, I give you that. But yeah, I really don't like bosses. Like, I remember there was a ROM hack. Excuse me, I needed to drink something. Now, there was a ROM hack of FF3-6 that was supposed, it like added back in the Tsar Dragon, and I read about like the strategy you have to do to beat the Tsar Dragon, and it was just the most like specific, like there's only one way to do this, so I hope you figured out the one way to do it kind of thing. And I was just like, this, I don't know, man, that doesn't sound fun. Doesn't sound fun. Oh, freaking Yasmat. I've never fought Yasmat because, again, I don't get that excited about super bosses. I'm talking about this was a ROM hack. This wasn't the Kaiser Dragon that was added back in for the advanced version. This was like someone's interpretation of what Kaiser Dragon could be. Come on down here. Thank you. Jump on it. What the heck? Freaking guy. Freaking guy. All right, hang on. Yeah, it was a ball buster. It was just one of those things where it's like someone made up something and they're like, see if you could beat my ROM hack kind of thing. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't care about your stupid ROM hack that's way specific. What was I saying? I got distracted. What was I talking about? I was complaining about something. What was I complaining about? Complaining about super bosses. I was complaining about other things. Yasmet, yes. Okay, so I never fought Yasmet because I wasn't interested, but a friend of mine was. He beat both the Omega Mark 12 and Yasmet, and he will forever hold it against Yasmet that, like, for those who don't know, Yasmet is a dragon that you can fight as sort of the ultimate quest in Final Fantasy 12, like ultimate optional quest in Final Fantasy 12. And it's like a giant dragon. It's got like 12 HP bars or something, maybe more, and it takes forever. And he was like, he had been fighting it for hours at that point, and he had it down to like its last health bar. And one of his characters was low in health, and so he was going to cast, what is that spell called? Curaja? 52 million health and a damage cap. Yeah. There you go. Something like that. It was a... yeah, so one of his characters was low in health, so he's like, okay, well, I'll just cast Full Cure. Right before the spell went off, Yasmet cast Reflect on the character who's being targeted, and it got all of its health back, and he just turned the game off in frustration. It got all of its health back in one go, all 52 million HP. And he's just like, nope, done. So yeah, that's like my main memory about Yasmet. Yasmet doesn't need to use Reflect either. It was specifically the fact that it full cured itself. And I don't think... So it will just full cure itself at random? Okay, well, I guess I don't know. I feel like the stream is just me being proven wrong by Sazabi over and over again. Nice meatball. I think my friend was still fighting it, but maybe he walked away or something. Hey, Mox. Hey, Buck. Welcome. can't gambit Yasmat either. You can't use gambits on it? You have to manually sit there and watch every Jeez. Once again, you are not selling me on this whole, like, super bosses are fun thing. Does not sound like any of this is enjoyable. Oh boy. It's true, you didn't say Yasma was one Yasma is enough for you. Yeah. You'd rather die than have to fight it again? Well, hopefully you never have to then. Unless you commit a terrible crime and you're allowed to choose your own method of execution. My method of execution, I will fight Yasmat again. With your choices, death or Yasmat? Oh, I should not have come here as Sama. This is taking forever. This sucks when you're low level Soma trying to do this. Eat that. Eat my Amaloric sniper. It will snipe your Amaloric. Ow. Crap. Probably not gonna live through this. But I did get soul, so it's okay. Oh fudge. Oh, fire! Ah. Yasmat is torture. Over at Guantanamo Bay, they're just having people play Final Fantasy 12, but only specifically the Yasmat fight. Oh, Maloric! Someone snapped it! Ooh. Ah, fired! Doggone it! The X button's stuck again! I gotta get the stupid controller fixed! Oh, well, that was going nowhere fast anyway. Alright, let's switch over to the other system. Oh, I mean, anything would be better. This Soma's like... this Soma is like crazy weak. He's got nothing. Like, let's see, how much gameplay? Yeah, he's got like 51 minutes of gameplay. So, yeah, I haven't used him much at all. That's why he's so weak. I know that there are better ways to do that, but yeah, a weak Soma isn't the way to do it. Alright, so let's see. Turn off the system. Yes, and now we switch over to the other one. Let's see if this works. Soma does not look stylish in this game. Set that off on. Do that. All right. So you get turned off, and you get turned on. All right. Fix the mic. Soma lost his... He did sort of lose his femboy energy, yeah. He looks so, like, stylish and fancy in the first one. Like, I remember someone referred to him as jeans model Soma in the first one, because he had, like, tight jeans on, and he had, like, the coat with, like, the big fluffy, like, Final Fantasy VIII looking floof around his neck. He looked very fashionable in Aria of Sorrow, and then Dawn of Sorrow, they're like, no, we don't want to draw any of that. Can we take that all off? Let's see. When he was in Dracula form in Aria, Mox and I were aflutter. Okay, so let's test the audio. So if y'all would tell me if this sounds right. Let's see. So chat and news. Chat. News. Chat. News. Did it do right? Cool. Thank you. All right. So with that tested, it sounds like it will be much easier for me to deal with streaming, and hopefully we will have fewer problems in the future, which is great. I'm happy about that. I guess I should change this. This is no longer, no. Go back. Change things. Oh, my Switch 2? It's good. It's fun. Not bad. This. Sorry, setting things up. I've had people come in here and be like, "Well, this isn't the game you advertised," and I'm always like, "Oh no." How many of those games are Switch 2 games? This one, and nothing else. Nothing else on the system. Just Mario Kart World. Just the one game. Just the only game that's available right now that's a Switch 2 game. Dracula auto mod held for racism. Yeah, sure. We can describe Dracula as a Japanese twink. If you want to, that's one way to put it. Let's see. I'll play on this. Y'all want to see how crazy online play is? Let's try and play online. Watch me fail at online mode. Y'all ready? It's exciting. That's what Soma is. Alright, I'm gonna play as Daisy. Daisy. What was I using? I was using this earlier, I think. That's okay. Oh boy, I tell you what, people are good at this game already, and it sucks. People are way too good at this game already, and it sucks. Oh my gosh. Race will start soon. Alright. It's cool. I got Daisy. It'll be fine. I won't have to cry. I've got Daisy. It's fine. I will go to Peach Stadium. You're pretty good at 8? If you're pretty good at 8, what you should do is you should go and check out the Mario Kart Thursdays. My friend RoboRev does a thing called Mario Kart Thursdays every Thursday, where he invites the chat to just kind of play Mario Kart. Actually, that Billiam that just showed up is one of the people that plays Mario Kart and Mario Kart Thursdays. So yeah, you should go check it out. Test your skills. It was certainly eye-opening for me. You can still play them on the old console. Actually, they made it, frankly, really easy. Like, there are several games that I played on what do you call it? Cartridge. And I just had to be like, yeah, I have this. And they were like, all right, yeah, you have it. And I could just play it. No problems. So, yeah, it made it pretty easy, frankly. Coins. You have to boost constantly in this game, or you're gonna get left behind. Everyone's too good at this. I know I'm not really showing it off yet, considering I'm in 4th, but really, seriously, people are too good at this game already. I hate it. Ah! Goodness gracious sakes alive. I think the biggest point of advice that I've been given from the people that play Mario Kart Thursdays is embrace the chaos and you'll be a lot happier. Accept the fact that you're going to get hit, things are going to go crazy, you're going to have some races stolen away from you. It's just going to happen. It is how it is. The sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. And you know what? It's true. Ah! Oh, Yoshi's. I'm gonna get Yoshi's. Doggone, I want to get to Yoshi's. I want to get food. You can get food in this game, and it's good. It gets you costumes. Ow! Here's a question for y'all. For people that play Mario Kart, is there any benefit to like hammering down the like when you get one of those just gonna destroy this train real quick. When you get one of those golden mushrooms, is it better to just like constantly hit the button, or is it better to let each one like kind of play out? Hey, it's Mr. Pants! Dude, it's Mr. Pants! Oh, there's not bad. Take it. A Buddhist friend of mine says this mug is broken regarding a mug that is whole. It's an interesting way to think about it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so as for the migration thing, oh no, I want food. Give me food. I want food. I want food. What will Daisy become? She becomes... Ah, yes, vacation swimwear, Daisy. Very nice. I love her little ponytail. It's super cute. Daisy is always super cute, so there. But yeah, it was honestly pretty easy. I was surprised at how easy it was to access my other my old Switch games. To sort of like finish the thought about what I think of the Switch 2. It's just a Switch 1 right now, pretty much. That's like, it runs a little bit better. There are a couple of games that don't experience slowdown anymore. Fortunately, it has Mario Kart World if you're like a super duper Mario Kart fan. Like again, those folks that play Mario Kart Thursday, they were like, we got to get it because we love Mario Kart, and so we really want to play the new Mario Kart. And I get that, but yeah, it's a $500 performance patch. That's kind of a good way to put it. I think once it has some more games that are like, interesting. Oh, look do you see how devious she was? She's like, me. It'll be more worth the money. For right now, I'd say only get it if you have like $500 kicking around and you really want to play Mario Kart World. Otherwise, probably not worth it yet. That said, Mario Kart World is super fun. One of the things that I was hoping for when I heard about the like open world aspect that proved to be true, I really was hoping it would be like Everywhere Road Trip, where there are like a bunch of little like side things you can do and like collectibles and stuff. And there's absolutely that. Like, there are costumes to get, there are like mini quests to do. And most importantly, honestly, it's just kind of fun to drive around. Like, I would say that the world is such a pretty like environment that just kind of like driving around is fun, So that's been one of my favorite things to do. Like, I've played way more like free roam in this than I have the actual like racing, because it's just more interesting to me. I was first for like 2 seconds. Did you see? Chat, did you see? Clip it. Clip it. I was first for 2 seconds. Don't clip that. Unless you really want to. I'm not genuinely asking you to clip the fact that I was in first place for probably less than 2 seconds. Maybe like 1 second, if that. I do like the hammer weapon. The hammer weapon, I think, is kind of cool. I think that's new. Whoa. Giruga Trap. That's kind of a cool name. Giant Daisy destroys her enemies. I am Giant Daisy. Feel my rage. I I do like how much you can like cheer for yourself during the game. Like I love doing like constant tricks for no reason. Turn. Fire. Oh, I'm not gonna get out of this one. Nope. This is the end of the race. Your boy's getting 15th or lower, 18th or lower. Yeah. For the first six plus months, I was playing PS4 games. Yeah, I mean that's the case. I think that's kind of the model nowadays. Is that a lot of games get released and it's just sort of like, yeah, I'll play what I already have for a while. You like the challenges in open world, but it feels empty. That's interesting. I don't feel like it feels empty. Like I've played open world games that are, what is going on with these like things just falling from the sky? I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. Like I've played games that have open worlds that are like really empty. Like Dynasty Warriors 9 had an open world that was just like barren. There was nothing to do in it. But I don't feel that way about this one. I guess maybe I should ask like what sort of stuff were you expecting to find in the open world? No. That you feel is like not present. Because I mean, you can find the challenges, and there are like the little question blocks, and there's the medallions you could find, and you can collect costumes, and like you can just do the races when you want to. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot in there, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm curious what would have made it feel not empty in your opinion. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I mean, it is a perfectly reasonable answer to be like, I don't like it. You know, I feel like far too often folks will be like, well, explain your reasoning. Explain why you don't like it. And it's like, maybe they just don't like it. Maybe they're just not into it. That's a perfectly... Oh, look how cute she is. I love Daisy. This is my favorite. It's perfectly reasonable to just be like, I don't like it. Yeah, the vibes are off. That's a reasonable answer, and I feel like far too often it is not presented as though it is an acceptable answer. It is okay to just say, I'm not into it. But if you do have, like, an answer, I would love to hear it, because I'm curious. Mostly just because it's so different from my experience, where I feel like it does have a lot going on. Whoa! Give me that. Oh, I want food. Boo. Giant Daisy destroys her enemies. Her enemies are other traffic on the road. Ow, my body. You see what I mean about the chaos? How, like, you can go from, like, first to last in, like, no time at all. It's just like, oh, quick run of bad luck. Well, now you're in last. Now you're last. It's cool. Now you're last. It's normal. I think that's part of the reason why I get frustrated with like online play at this level is that I don't feel like I'm doing anything. You know, I just feel like I'm, you know, it. I guess a way to put it was that when that sort of thing can happen, and your only real recourse is how quickly you can recover from that sort of thing. It doesn't really feel like a skill game so much as you're just kind of like, do you get lucky or do you not get lucky? And I know that there is skill to it. But I mean, like, take that for example. I was boosting with a mushroom that whole time, and I was only barely catching up to the other people I was racing against, you know? It doesn't really feel like I'm much in control. That might be sour grapes. One significant change that I noticed that they made in this game is that a lot of the penalties for like taking a hit, like right there where I got struck by lightning, in the past, if you got struck by lightning, you'd be like down, like shrunk for a while. You know, you'd be in a bad spot for a little bit, and lightning was like a really big problem back in the day. Same thing for like blue shells. Like you get struck by a blue shell and it ruins your day. But now it's like maybe a second of like distraction, second, maybe 2 seconds, and then you're like back in the race. And you can argue is like, is that good or bad? I would say kind of that's bad. Like as frustrating as it was that, you know, a blue shell would like wreck your day, the fact that it doesn't do anything more impactful than like a red shell means that it's kind of like all it is a guaranteed hit against, you know, specifically the person in first. I would say that that's not great. This face that she's doing right here is just the funniest thing. She's like, like what's going on in her mind right now? Look at her. All right, I'm done with this. No more online play. That kind of chaos makes the game competitive. For example, you can turn off rubber banding in one game midnight, and it's never even close. Rubber banding the whole race is often decided in the last kilometers. I guess I can understand what you're saying. Like the idea that it allows for anyone to win, so to speak. It kind of puts me on shaky ground, because on the one hand, I would say that I like that about games like Mario Party, so that you don't have a situation where someone's just like, they've just played enough that they're the best at Mario Party and then you just can't win. That's never fun. We're gonna play as Farmer Luigi. On the other hand, it creates a scenario where I feel like I don't really feel like my accomplishments are my own. It feels like I rolled the dice and got lucky. And I feel like there's some place for that, but it feels a little bit too much in this game, at least in online play. I like being able to win because I feel like I played well, rather than I won because I happened to get a item at the right point in time. And again, on the converse of that, you have people that the people in that Mario Kart Thursdays thing I was talking about. There are people that typically do win that. They're almost always in the top 3, if not number 1. So you could say like, well, clearly this refutes my point. If someone is able to consistently win every time, then clearly there must be some sort of skill component that is still being preserved. I don't know. Maybe it is just sour grapes. Maybe I'm just frustrated that I feel like I can't win as often as I want to. It's always frustrating to realize that. And I feel like that's such a it's a common thing as far as online content goes. Like I feel like I've heard this happen a lot with the Poor Game Grumps, where their own words are used against them. It's like, you said this before, and now you're saying this. So which one is it? Got 'em! That kind of feeling. And I feel like for me, like, I can kind of feel both sides. Like it is always frustrating when someone provides some sort of like opinion, and then later on that opinion is proved, they support the reverse of that opinion, and you're like, well, which is it? Which is it? Which one is it? You're not consistent at all. But again, getting back to the idea that sometimes the vibes are, you know, just saying, I don't like that one. That's an answer. That's a reasonable answer, I think. It's okay to be upset about something and not really have a rationale, I think. And I think far too often it's the reverse is assumed. This idea that like people's opinions are going to be consistent. People change their opinions all the time. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just racing. You feel the form of chaotic handicapping is more fun than rubber banding. Okay. Well, I guess it does certainly make you feel like you can potentially win at any time. You know, like if you're in like 18th place on the last lap, you're like, well, maybe I'll just get like a good item and then I'll win. And that can happen. That can frankly happen in this game. You know, you just be like, oh, well, I won. Great. So maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about games. I just play them. I just play them and I get upset when I lose. It's not fun to lose at games. But you know something that was said to me, you like knockout rally mode. Is that this? Is that what I'm doing right now? I'm playing knockout mode. Is there a knockout rally mode? If so, I didn't know that. I only know knockout mode. I do really like knockout mode, though. I think knockout mode is super fun. I kind of think knockout mode is more fun than the regular races. Just because, again, I really like the cross-country driving in this game. Hello. It's a me, Ouija. I am a gondolier. I will drive your gondola. Foolish racers, you cannot hit me. I am a ghost. You cannot hit Luigi when he's in... Oh, it's the King of the Hill song. The beginning of this particular song sounds so much like the opening to King of the Hill. It does that kind of thing. Sounds like it to me, at least. I'm not a big King of the Hill fan, but I do feel like I've heard the song before, and that's what it sounds like to me. They call it Knockout Rally on the this thing in the bottom right. Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't trying to like debate you or anything. I just didn't know if there was some other game mode I wasn't playing. Sorry if I'm coming across aggressive tonight. I'm not trying to be. You know, another one of my favorite things about this game is the soundtrack. I love how referential the soundtrack is and how it like it not only references a bunch of like Mario Kart games, it also references a bunch of like just Mario games in general. And it's like so exciting for someone who's been playing, you know, Mario games for many years to be like, oh, I know that song. And like I just find myself like as I'm driving around, I'll be like whistling along with the music. It's a good time. It's a good time. I like it. It's fun. Like the Mario Kart 64 and Sunshine songs? Yeah, it's super good. Whoa! Ow. I love the fact that they have Batadons in this game. Like, it makes me excited. It makes me hope that maybe they're going to make like a new Super Mario Land or something, or like set a game in like Sarasa Land. Speaking of which, I can't remember who it was. Somebody in the chat when I played this game before on stream mentioned the fact that Sarasa Land is largely a desert country. I never realized that, and I was so excited to find that out because again, I love Daisy, and I'm disappointed to know that I didn't know more about her country. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. I love learning stuff like that. I don't know. It's interesting to me. That was you? Okay. Well, there you go. Yes. Thank you for telling me that. Sorry, I forgot. But I did think it was a really cool fact. Is that coffee? Canned coffee? See, watch how long this upsets me. Barely any time at all. Look at that. Immediately recovered again. And admittedly, yes, I was just passed. But I feel like the blue shell in the past would have like resulted in a lot more damage. Oh, I love that this is here. I love the Super Mario circuit. Because your boy loves me some Super Nintendo Mario Kart. And I'm so glad that they have not forgotten the original game. Probably that I feel like that is kind of Nintendo's thing, as like one of the oldest, you know, game companies still running. It makes a lot of sense for them to play to their own history. So I'm kind of glad that they do. Like, even the fact that Pauline has kind of like come back as a character is super cool. Ow, great. Stop. I've never been good at hitting people with green shells. I think that's a skill I should have learned by now, but I never learned it. What can I say? Your boy Luigi's got the crown! Yeah! I'm in second? Something? Oh, okay. I was like, how am I in second? I don't see anybody ahead of me. Oh, that's a big comment. Give me a sec. I know he said okie dokie, but it sounded like he just said doggy. He's like, doggy! No, Luigi, there are no dogs here. Oh, that's not good. Eh. Don't freaking Yoshi. I'm not gonna win this one. I'm picking in second. No. Well, second's not bad. Let's see. I really like this game a lot. It's really well made. My only beefs. I wish there was more courses. I don't like how safety buffer you have against falling off edges. One player was trying to fall off of unrailed edges and literally couldn't because of that visible safety walls. Do you have the auto steer turned on? You're so offended. Sorry. I had to turn off auto steer because I didn't like it. And they have it on by default, which is annoying. Yeah, it's on by default. It's if your car has like the little antenna sticking out the back, then it has auto steer on. Which sounds like what the issue is. It'll like try to turn you back. Here, I'll show you. I'll run around a little bit in free mode. Let's see. All right. So if you go to settings, yeah, smart steering. Wait, did I actually turn it on? Okay, yeah. So you see how I got the little like antenna back there? It will try to keep me on the road now. Or not. Supposedly, it will try to keep you on the road. I guess it's not doing it right now because I'm trying to show it off. So that's good. It's like playing Daytona Arcade. Yeah. I remember I didn't realize it was on. Like, you could turn it on in in Mario Kart 8 as well, but it was not on by default. And I didn't realize I had turned it on for a while in that game, and I was like, why is this game playing so much worse than it used to? I was like, I feel like I don't have control over anything anymore. And yeah, it's because I had turned on auto stealing. Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of gets back to that idea of like, this is technically a family game. You know, they figured maybe more people would want to play with the auto steering on. I'm trying to get it to show up, but natural oil banana. All right, let me get someone who's, wait, no, do it this way. Who is near something that they can fall off of? Here, I'll take Boo. I love this like aristocrat Boo. He's so funny looking. Look at him. He's an aristocrat. Oh, can I show y'all one of my favorite like stupid little things you can do in this game? Check it out. Check it out. Every car has hydraulics, and I love it. It's so much fun to do. Look at me go. All right, I'll stop. I really like doing that, though. It's especially fun if you have one of the characters that, like, smile at you when you turn the camera to them, because they look so excited to show off their new hydraulics. All right, I need to go... You know, one thing that I think they could do in this game that would help a lot is some indication of which direction north is. I feel like I'll be trying to drive somewhere specific and then suddenly realize I've gone the wrong direction. I mean, I like that there is a mini map, but I wish it just showed you like where magnetic north is, you know? Oh, nothing new. All right, let's see if it'll do it now. All right, so I'm going to try and drive off the edge. Nope. Maybe during a race? I want to show you this feature. I feel like the games treat me like a liar now. Are there any cars I don't have yet? Like, up until this point, they would unlock a car like every 100 coins, and I feel like I've gotten 100 coins. Oh, maybe I've got all the cars. Okay, well, I don't see anything available, so maybe I just have all the cars now. I'm gonna have you race in this bighorn. Sure. What was that motion? He just kind of like moved his hand out to the side. Up. Oh. Donkey Kong did that pose. I find myself wondering if Nintendo understood why people liked that pose, like the Donkey Kong dab. Or yeah, oh yeah, see there it was doing it. Look. I'm not pushing a direction right now. It's steering on its own. I'm just holding accelerate right now. He'll drive for you. Moreover, you can also turn on auto accelerate. Let's just let the game play. Just gonna put down the controller for a sec. Let the game play itself. It'll be fine. You're probably not going to win any races this way. But your boy isn't holding the controller at the moment. Mario Kart World. Hey, you don't have to play at all. We're fine without you. Could use that to get the distance stamps, yeah. Again, still not holding the controller. I'm in 5th. New speedrun challenge. Mario Kart World 100%. No controller. No controller percent. I'm in 4th. I'm drinking water. Just drinking water and watching Boo drive around on his own. Ugh. Alright, well, I think I have proven my point now. We can stop this. But that's probably what the issue was that you were running into. Is the game playing itself. I want to play something else. I got a little bit of time left in the stream. What do I have in my this? I want to play. Do I have Where is there it is, yeah. I'm playing Ninja Saviors. Oh, I do have to have the game card. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. You should probably have to have the game card for that. Probably get that when you get back from getting it. Okay. I think that was a joke and I missed it. Sorry. Ugh, your boy is too dumb for jokes. I'm too stupid for jokes, didn't you know? Yeah. Ninja Warriors. So I've talked about this before. This is the remake of the Super Nintendo Ninja Warriors game, and it is, in my opinion, an example of how to properly do an HD remake. Single player. So we've got Ninja, we've got Kunoichi, we've got Kamaitachi, and we've got Yaksha. Yaksha is available once you beat the game for the first time. I'm gonna play as Kunoichi though. So for anyone who doesn't know what this game is, it's a beat 'em up based around this idea that there is this authoritarian regime that has destroyed this country, and a rebel leader, or a resistance leader rather, makes a set of androids with the intent of sending them to combat the authoritarian regime. But before he could actually release them, they assaulted the headquarters, and so they had to just kind of release them in sort of like an incomplete state. And so this is the events immediately thereafter. That was what that explosion was at the beginning. What's great about this is that it's like everything is based off of the sprite design from the original game. Like this, I mean, it's got a lot more frames of animation per movement and stuff like that, but it's very similar to its source material. And that's so good. Like it looks so good. I love this game. Why am I not dashing though? I should be able to dash. Oh, no, you can only dash with Ninja, that's right. I love this game, though. Like, I played this on my channel, and it was one of the only times when I had to genuinely question if I wanted to play the original or the remake, because I just loved the remake so much. Only a ninja can defeat another ninja. I mean, truth be told, this is basically a game where you're playing as the Terminator. Like, there's no positive anything about this. This is a game where a robot is killing countless numbers of humans so they can kill a specific set of humans. You are a monster in this game. There's no question about it. But it's cool, and you're a ninja, so it's okay. And she's got flowy hair. And this dude's here. But I mean, like, look at the sprite design. It's so good. This game looks awesome. Ow. I think the biggest downside to this is that they had to change the name. Like, the original game was called The Ninja Warriors, but because of Ninja Warrior, the game show, they had to change it to The Ninja Saviors, which is less good. Yeah, I'm a robot. All of your characters are robots in this game. His head's getting... Oh, is it? I thought his head blew up. That guy was also a robot, apparently. And now he's dead. I almost want to get myself, like, killed so you can see some of the other robots. Heck yeah, let's do that. Here. Gentlemen, please stab me. Gentlemen? Sir. Ow. 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 Gentlemen. Stab me? Punch me? Whatever. I'm a robot. I can take it. Ah! Ah! Ugh! They're like, I think something's wrong with her programming. Stab her now! Ah! Ah! Ugh! I think what I was just so impressed with by this remake was how... Yeah, see, I'm a robot. How accurate it was to the source material. It really feels like just a upgraded version of the original in a way that doesn't feel cheap or, like, inaccurate. All right, who should I play as next? Should I play as Ninja, the Ninja, Kamaitachi, or Yaksha? Who should it be? Somebody say something. Nobody wants to choose. Well, I guess we're playing as Ninja then. Nobody there. Guess we win. Ah, Kamaitachi, too late. Thank you for the answer, Cyber, but sorry, I was a little too late. So the funny thing about Ninja here is that he's actually too heavy to really jump. So instead of having a jump command, he's got a like a back rocket that he can dash with. And that's one of the cool things about this game, which again was accurate to the original game as well. All the ninjas like fight differently. And so you get to like see different fighting styles, and I love this game. I made it clear that I love this game. I really like it. I liked the original and I like the remake. I think they also made this version multiplayer, maybe? I don't think I've ever played it multiplayer, but it is super fun. The original one was not multiplayer. That is one significant improvement that they've made, if they made that improvement. That's a significant improvement that they made, if they did in fact make it. I think they did. Oh, not yet. Ow. Gah! Gonna pick up this water heater here. Throw this water heater here. It's a good time. Explode a little bit. It's a good time. Punch. Y'all, I'm just having fun playing this game at this point. Like, I know I'm not saying very much, just because I'm like enjoying playing this game again. It's been a while since I played the remake, and I really like it. These ladies are new, or no, they were not new. I think they were taken out of the American release, and I can't remember what replaced them. Because, you know, that was during the time period where, like, you couldn't have women in beat-em-up games for some reason. It's not allowed. Unless they were the good guys. Well, girls, I guess. Punch! 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 Oh, this is where I made the joke about Bangalore healthcare in my playthrough. How the healthcare for this, like, enemy army must be really good because these guys are just willing to walk into fans over and over again. Specifically in terms of like cutting girls out of beat 'em up games, I'm thinking of like Poison from Final Fight. If you don't know, there was a trans woman in the original Final Fight who went by the name Poison, and she was cut out of the American version, or her sprites were cut out of the American version for being too salacious, and were replaced with like a British punk looking character. It's funny too, because I mean she showed up in other games later on, but yeah. Really? Oh, I've never heard of that. That's a bummer, man. I thought it was cool that she was trans. We're at 2 hours, but I want to keep playing this. All right, I'm gonna get Ninja killed. We'll play as one more character. We'll play as Kamai Tachi because Cyber wanted to play Kamai Tachi, and that'll be it for this stream. I mean, full credit to this dude. He is brave. He just walks straight up to this death machine and like trips it. Look at this. This dude is not afraid. He will punch a robot. He will kick a robot. Had to get in one. All right, now we will play as Kamaitachi, the most like death machine of the death machines, I think. Kamaitachi very much seems like he's like a Terminator. You'll see. Look at this dude. This guy's scary, man. It's creepy looking. I've always wanted to do like a comic book based on this game that is set from the perspective mostly of the humans, where the ninja warriors don't actually say anything, because throughout the game they don't say anything. They just carry out their missions. And I think it would be so cool to have a story where like the good guys are basically these death machines, and it's mostly told from the perspective of the people kind of getting killed. I think that would be such an interesting story, but I lack the drive and talent to do it, unfortunately. It is super cool that she is in the game at all. That is absolutely true. Like, it's cool that they did that in like the 90s, you know? I mean, she's been around since like, you know, when the games originally came out, which was back in the 90s. You know, it's great that there's like a trans rights thing going on in these games, but it is a shame that they're using like a pejorative term. I think I mentioned this when I did my playthrough of Crazy Flying Guillotine Arms. Yeah. Again, he's probably the scariest, I think. Ow. Screw you, guy. I mentioned this back when I played through the Famicom Detectives Club Part 2. The idea that there was a sort of transphobic joke in that. Although I'm not sure if it's actually trans... Again, this is dangerous territory, and I don't know enough about it to really say for sure. But is there... when people say, like, trans rights, I tend to think of that as associated with transgender. Like, people whose, you know, birth sexual orientation was not their actual orientation, and they did some sort of change over the course of their life to change that. That's what I think of as when people say trans rights. But I think in that game, it was more transvestite, which, as I understand it, doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your sexual orientation or your gender identity, but rather just wearing different clothing. Is that included in sort of the trans rights banner? Like, or for that matter, is transvestite a slur nowadays? I don't really know. It was an older term. Transvestite is a clothing thing, right? So it is not actually included in that spectrum. Because I think that was the joke they were making in transvestite is a bit outdated. Okay. I think that was the joke they were making in Famicom Detectives Club, was that a character who you saw from far away, who appeared to be wearing women's clothing, was actually a guy in women's clothing. And it had no, like, there was no reference to their gender identity. Most use the term drag for that. Anyway, suffice it to say, never trying to offend anybody, I just don't know the proper terms. We're gonna play as Yaksha too. We're gonna play one more level so I can show you Yaksha too. She's kind of weird. She was added for this game. Like, Yaksha and the character I don't have unlocked, I think his name is Raiden, were added for this remake, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. Trans rights refers to transsexual. Yeah, that was sort of the impression I got of it, was that it was more about gender identity than wearing other people's clothings with a clothing's plural. This game is so freaking cool. I know I've said that a lot, but this game is so freaking cool. It's such a good like reimagining of the original game that still feels very authentic. Because like I find a lot of the time when people do like HD remakes or HD remasters, all they're really doing is like upscaling, and usually poorly in my experience. And this feels like they really wanted it to feel like the original game in a way that I super duper like. Have you noticed that sometimes the Banglar picture turns into a scary skull? So cool. You're imagining a fictional world where all drag people need to steal other people's clothing, and they're all like laundry pirates, just stealing clothing. Oh gosh, somebody kill me. Hey, 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 I'm a Terminator. Kill me, kill me, kill me, I'm a Terminator. Ah, ah. I actually waded into the waters of that sort of like transsexual versus, I guess if drag's the right term, drag, back during my Final Fantasy V playthrough, because I wasn't sure if Ferris, for those who know Final Fantasy V, the pirate Ferris, who dresses like she was born as a woman, and she dressed like a man to fit in with the pirates that she was affiliated with. And at the time, like I made a point about trans rights because I thought that the two things were the same. But I think in Ferris's case, it has nothing to do with her gender identity or her sexual orientation. She was doing it to fit in with a group of pirates. So I don't know, whatever. It's Pride Month. I'm not trying to make anyone upset. I just don't know, and I'm trying to figure it out. So this is Yaksha. She's got stupidly huge boobs, and her thing, I think, is that she's got stretchy arms or something. She's also like really sluggish, like she can barely move at all. What is her special? She's got something special about her, other than her stupidly huge boobs. Which looks like, it kind of looks like she's like a little girl who just kind of put a pillow in her hoodie. She's like, I'm an adult. Look at me. I'm an adult. I got huge boobs. Yeah, I think that's this is where Femmask, Ace, and Envy. Oh, I don't know what Envy is. I've never heard that term before. Could you educate me? What does envy mean? Whoa. I want this girl to have something special about her. I can't find any special moves for her. Doggone it. Her head kind of makes her look like she's Cleopatra or something. She's just wearing a little Cleopatra headdress. Again, I don't know as much about this character as I do the others because she wasn't in the original game. She does have kind of a silly, like, swaying back and forth stance. Whoa, whoa, whoa. NBs are non-binary peeps, sometimes called gender fluid. Okay. Got it. So, yeah, I don't know if Black is still here or not. Black, if you're still here, I know that you are non-binary. Would that term apply to you? Is that the correct term? Or is that not correct? Something's happening. Oh, gone. Gone? I just kind of said gone. Oh, gone! 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 Gentlemen. Stop that. I gotta say, I don't really like playing as Yaksha very much. She's slow, and like, there's not a whole lot of like, I don't know what her thing is, so I can't really figure it out. Okay, well, yep. Yep. Bam. Bam. Alright, she's dead. Also, intersex bursts are pretty common and can play a role in a person's identity. Okay. Again, I am old man. I'm 40 years old. There's a lot I don't know about this, so I'm just trying to be respectful. All right. Well, anyway, we're at 2 hours. I figured, I accomplished my goal for the evening, which is to figure out if this would work, and it seems like it does. So thank you all for coming out, watching me figure that out. This is the strangest looking version of Mario Kart 8 that you've ever seen. It's got robots and death machines. So there's that. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight. I will, let's see. Is it going to be next week? It might be. I might be spotty on my streams next week because my sister's going to be in town, and I know she wants to visit with me either Tuesday, Thursday, or both Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll let y'all know if I can't stream, but just know that I might not be available next week. But that's it for now. I am MoeChicken. This has been several games, and thanks for stopping by.